I stood there still, hands loose at my sides, but inside, a storm raged, cold, deliberate, patient. Hannah was still laughing, my wife's sister, her voice sharp and grating as it echoed off the marble walls of the bank. Seriously? $100? She sneered, her lips curling like she just stepped over something filthy. What are you, broke? A little charity case tagging along for dinner. The tellers chuckled. The manager tried to hide his smirk behind a fake cough. I didn't flinch. I didn't speak. I just looked at her, not with anger, not with hate, with finality. Because I wasn't here for the money. I was here for this moment. 2 years ago, I still cared what they thought. I still tried. I remember the nights my wife, Leela, begged me to give her family a chance. They're not bad, just privileged, she'd say. Privilege, that's one way to put it. I'd sit at their dinners, share ideas, pitch ventures, talk about the future, and they'd sip their wine, eyes heavy with condescension, especially Hannah. Her smile always said the same thing, you'll never belong. Once, at her father's party, she handed me her coat, thought I was valet. I laughed. Leela didn't, but I kept playing the game, outwardly calm. Inwardly, I kept the score. Every smirk, every slight, every word. And then came the real betrayal. Leela, crying one night a month before her diagnosis, confessed it to me, said she'd overheard Hannah and her mother. She only married him for the petty money. Hannah had said, deadbeat, acting like he's some genius entrepreneur, and Leela, she hadn't offended me. She'd been scared, she admitted, scared they'd cut us off. That night, I watched her sleep, her hand resting on my chest like it belonged there, and I felt it, that soft final click of something breaking. No rage, no heartbreak, just silence. I stayed. I didn't fight. I held her hand through the sickness. I buried her. I shook their hands at the funeral. And then I started my plan. Not loud, not messy, precise. I've been building something quietly for years, a startup wrapped in shell companies. No flashy social media, no big pitches. Military-grade encryption tech. Within 9 months, 3 governments were bidding. I moved it offshore. Cayman, Switzerland, Singapore. While they thought I was couch surfing, I was flying private to Zurich. I bought the company for myself, legally valued at $2.4 billion. Paid $1 billion in cash, from a trust I'd set up in Hannah's name. She didn't know, wouldn't have understood even if she did. She never read the fine print, only headlines. Last week I asked her to lunch, said I was down on my luck, just needed $100 until my next check. She rolled her eyes and picked the bank, her stage, her show. I agreed, and now, here we were. She kept laughing, taunting. I handed the teller my ID, my black card, my trust papers, and a slip. $1 billion. I said, steady as stone. The teller went pale, read it twice. Hannah snorted. He's kidding, right? The manager came over, checked the papers, checked again, then disappeared. The room shifted. The laughter died. And one by one, screens across the bank glowed. Asterisk approved. Cleared. Funds verified. Asterisk. The manager returned, his hands trembling. Do you want the wire confirmation or a printed statement? I took the paper, folded it once, handed it to Hannah. She opened it. Read it. Her knees buckled. She gripped the counter, white as the marble beneath her feet. I don't understand. I leaned in, voice low. I didn't need your $100. I needed your arrogance. Right here, right now, with witnesses. People had their phones out, filming, watching. You remember that charity gala you laughed me out of? I said, this bank funded it through my shell account. That failed startup you backed? I bought it, tanked it, sold the scraps to myself. Her mouth opened. No sound came out. You've been cashing checks signed with my ink for a year. You just never read the names. And I walked past her. But before I left, I turned back, let my voice carry, keep the cameras rolling. She wanted to show. I left. 3 days later, she called, sobbing, apologizing, said she didn't know, said she was sorry. I didn't answer. Now, I sit in a quiet house by the sea. No noise, no crowd, just peace. Not because she fell, but because I rose without ever needing to scream to do it. Let them whisper, let them wonder. I never wanted their acceptance, only their silence. And now I have it.